I'm about to say something that I feel is going to upset a lot of people. Now, I don't think it's going to upset people in the aspects of, hey, I'm being malicious, I'm being a hater, I'm being a fanboy. No, 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 no. I think people are going to be extremely upset about what I'm going to say is because it's the truth. If Horizon Forbidden West, Sony's most anticipated game, does not do 6.5 million in 1 week, it is time. It is time, Sony. It's time to move on from this dream that you had of creating the AAA single player experience on the PlayStation. It's just not working. I'm sorry, but you're bleeding money. I'm sorry, it's not working. I'm sorry, this was a fail. If not, this is one of your biggest fails ever. You spent over hundreds, if not billions of dollars into these AAA experience on the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, now the PlayStation 5, and not have made any type of sustainability of any one of these games. From The Last of Us all the way to Horizon Forbidden West. You haven't made a dime. You've lost more money than you made. You spent all this money trying to bring people the next generational graphics, all these high resolution, highfalutin graphics. You spent all this money bringing in the motion captures, these high grade actors to move around in these weird suits and doing all types of poses and things of that such. You brought in all of the high graded, high rated, top tier voice actors to come in and put their voices over these fictional characters that nobody knows who they are. You spent way too much money on this experience, and I'm sorry, it's a failure. I'm sorry to say this, but you have made more money, even though I was told that we need to get rid of Japan Studios. We needed to get rid of Japan Studios, right? Because there wasn't enough money being made over there at Japan Studios. Supposedly, games are flopping left and right. This is according to Sony and the Sony fanboys. But I'm sorry, you have made more money with Japan Studios than you have ever made with any of these AAA experiences. It's time to let it go. It's over. People are just not interested. Now, why did I choose 6.5 million? Why 6.5 million? Why does Sony have to do 6.5 million in order to prove you wrong, Zobi70? Pokemon Legends of Arceus. Pokemon Legends of Arceus. Huh? One more time. Pokemon Legends of Arceus came out last week. And within that week, Pokemon Legends of Arceus was able to do 6.5 million easy. With half of the user base that the PlayStation is currently having. Horizon Forbidden West will be on the PlayStation 4 and it will be on the PlayStation 5. There are over millions upon millions of PlayStation consoles out there in the universe. Nintendo Switch is one console compared to the PlayStation's two. That's the reason why I say it has to do 6.5 million or better. How can Pokemon come in and in 1 week destroy all of PlayStation's best? How? Especially when the Pokemon Legends of Arceus had so much against it. bad resolutions, right? Terrible graphics, right? Another Pokemon game? I mean, come on, right? Absolutely no press from the gaming media. None. I'm still waiting for some type of Pokemon video coming from the IGNs, the GameStops. I'm still waiting to this day. We still haven't got one video. We didn't even get a video from IGN saying that Pokemon Legends of Arceus did 6.5 million. The only thing we got was a series of retweets from IGN. IGN had retweeted the Pokemon page. That was it. They act like this game never even freaking existed. Not only that, when the game came out, everybody across the world is enjoying Pokemon Legends of Arceus. Bad frame rates, bad graphics, another Pokemon game, everything that had no promotion, and we're all over the world loving Pokemon Legends of Arceus. Not only that, the only time that IGN wanted to report on Pokemon Legends of Arceus was through the review. And when you've seen the review, they give it a 7. Now, 7's not bad in the aspects of, my reviewing style. But 7 for today is blatant disrespect. Give Horizon Forbidden West a 7 and see what happens. Give Horizon Forbidden West a 7 and see what happens. People are going to flip and lose their freaking minds. And I'm not even talking about the freaking gamers. I'm not even talking about the Sony fanboys. I'm talking about when it comes to the mainstream liberal media. People like Jeff Keighley and Game Over Greggy and all types of the comedian that came after Microsoft. These dudes are going to take to their TikToks, their Twitters, their metaverses, and they're going to lose their flipping lids. If I was a mainstream reviewer, me being who I am right now with this personality, strong, masculine, right? And I have my own gaming review site, which I do, but say if it was able to be part of the Metacritics, right? And I said 7 for Horizon Forbidden West, they would come for me. All of them would come for me. Pokemon had every single thing against it in comparisons to Horizon Forbidden West, where everything is in Horizon Forbidden West's favor. IGN and IGN alone had exclusive gameplay footage to show us, and it was a nothing burger. It was nothing. They showed nothing. Nobody can remember what they showed. It was terrible. They brung on that man with that extremely high voice. Hey, what's up? This is. I only played it for 4 hours, but man, this has got to be the greatest game I've ever played in my entire life. Horizon Forbidden West has to do 6.5 million, and I'm sorry if it doesn't. It's a complete failure. It's over. Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time for Sony to move on to those games, live games. What do you call those newfangled games that they're working on? I don't know, guys. All I know is completed games. Like Pokemon Legends of Arceus, huh? Zelda Breath of the Wild, huh? Mario Odyssey, huh? Kirby's, the new Kirby game. All I know is completed games, guys. That's all I know. I don't know about these newfangled, put out a piece of game and then 5 or 6 years from now, they actually complete the game. They completed the mission that they were supposed to. They completed the game that it was supposed to be when it was originally sold to us, like No Man's Sky. And then 5 or 6 years later, the gaming media comes out and says, oh my God, you guys gotta play No Man's Sky today. Now it's finally completed. And you go, man, what in the hell? Watch. That's what the gaming media is going to do for Sony. First, when these newfangled Destruction Derby All-Stars or the Twisted Metal live action games, when they first come out, they're going to be like a little piece of a game. And then the gaming media is going to be like, oh my God, this is amazing, right? And you play it and you go, oh my God, this is trash. then 5 or 6 years from now, that same gaming media that said that this game was amazing going to say, you know what? Now is the time to finally play Destruction Derby All-Stars. The game is fully completed now. Its true visionary has been... Benji Sells is extremely curious about how their Horizon Forbidden West launch sales are going to be. Why would anybody be curious about launch sales? Especially when it pertains to Sony. And we all know that the first 3 days, oh my God, the fastest selling. But come on, man, does it have to be the sustainability? Does it have any legs? After that word of mouth, the importance of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the importance of Pokemon Legends of Arceus is what? The word of mouth. I'm more curious to see what Pokemon Legends of Arceus is going to do when it comes to the grand scheme of games sales. Just like Animal Crossing being the #1 sold game in Japan. You didn't even know that, did you? IGN didn't tell you. What is IGN here for if we're not going to get the news? What is going on? Why do we have an IGN if they're not going to be supplying us with gaming information, gaming news, promoting us on these games, man? Are we going to have another freaking generation of consoles where they predominantly focus all of their attention to Sony? And then when it comes to the negative news, that's when they start paying attention when it pertains to Xbox and Nintendo? But Benji, he's I think he's being extremely deceitful majority of the time on his Twitter account, and it's coming off as a non-binary, non-biased, you know what I mean? A neutral. But who cares about what the launch numbers are going to be? Nobody cares about Pokemon's launch numbers because we know in the grand scheme of it all, that 6.5 million is going to turn into 30 to 40 million. Easily. In comparisons to PlayStation, okay, you're the fastest selling. I get it. But in the grand scheme of it all, it's barely reaching 10 million. When you got a user base that's higher than the Nintendo Switch. Horizon Forbidden West launch week is next week. Oh my God. The game comes out next week? What? The game comes out next week, and we've been doing the Amazon. Hold on, let me see if I can bring that up. Feeling of love. Hold on real quick. Hold on. We've been doing the Amazon game, right? We've been playing the game of the Sony fanboys, right? For Sony fanboys, they have to go to Amazon and start comparing and contrasting where they don't do it with game sales for some strange reason. What? You ever notice that Sony fanboys play every single game, right? Console sales. They do this thing now where they're counting streaming views. You know what I mean? They ignore the active users on Halo and Forza and things of that such, right? But now they're going to Twitch and they're counting the numbers of people who are watching people play Halo. What the freak? Dude, can somebody please give Sony fanboys some games they actually want to play? Dang it, Phil Spencer. You done took away Call of Duty. Now these dudes are going to be even more unbearable. Oh my God. You're going to take away the Call of Duties. I'm getting word that you're taking away Grand Theft Auto. These dudes, man, they're going to be so unbearable. They won't have anything to do. Pokemon Legends Arceus is still sitting at number 2. What the hell, man? These Sony fanboys are stacking up on $10 gift cards. What's going on? What? I get it. There's a sale every single half of a week, you know? Every Thursday, there's a new sale. I get it. And you can get access to all of the high-rated, Metacritic scored Game of the Year contenders, triple A's. I get it. You can get access to all of those games for $10, $4.99. I saw one game was on sale for 69 cents the other day. I said, come on, man. I get it, but come on, dude. So Pokemon Legends Arceus, a $60 game is competing with those $10 gift cards. Jesus Christ. Where's Horizon sitting at this week? Hold on. Feeling. It's not in the top 20. It's not in the top 30. Okay, there it is. Number 32. The PlayStation 4 version. What the freak? This game comes out next week! Pokemon Legends of Arceus has been sitting at the top 2. Number 1 for about 3 months before the launch of the game. 32? And what's beating Horizon? Look at this. Pokemon, Nintendo, Xbox, 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 Nintendo, Xbox. Look at this. And Roblox. Jesus Christ. We are less than 1 week away. And people don't even, they're doing promotional videos and people still don't freaking care. Is IGN losing its power? Are the gaming review sites losing their power? Is this the reason why they hate people like me? They want to get rid of people like me? They consider us toxic and trolls and sexist and things of that such, which I am. Horizon Forbidden West launches next week. I'm very curious to see how it ranks amongst the biggest ever PlayStation Studio launches. Launches? Come on. Like, so you can run this narrative. It's the fastest selling, the fastest selling, the fastest selling. Come on. We want to see how these sales are going to stack up against the Nintendo Switch, a console that has half of the user base of the PlayStation 4 and 5 combined. We want to see how these sales are going to stand up against the long scheme, the grand scheme of it all. To be honest with you, I don't even think it's, if I can throw out something real crazy right here, it just popped into my head. Can I get a little weird with you guys? I think a lot of people were tricked into buying Horizon Forbidden West 1. The gaming media came out and said the game was a 9 out of 10. On social media was praised as going to be the Zelda Breath of the Wild killer and things of that such. I don't think it's going to do past. I don't even think the sales are even going to go past 6.5 million ever. Even if they drop it down to $10. I just don't think it's going to do it. I think the Pokemon Legends of Arceus hype is a little bit too strong right now. I think people are, it's gonna be like another Zelda Breath of the Wild effect where people are they're just not going to be interested in Horizon whatsoever because there is a Nintendo game on the market that that's just 10 times better, more fun. The importance of the word of mouth, to go back. Pokemon Legends Arceus is having extremely positive word of mouth. And thus it's making people decide, oh, I know Horizon's coming out this week, but I've heard so many positive things when it pertains to Pokemon Legends of Arceus, so why not I just get that? And then maybe I could pick up this Horizon game. I really didn't like the first one, even though it was touted as one of the greatest games of all time. I don't know. Here's the highest PlayStation openings. At the first 3 days, we got The Last of Us Part 2. Wow, 4 million. Holy smokes, 4 million. Wow. Spider-Man, 3.3 million. God of War, 3.1 million. All games that got 9s and 10s. 9s and 10s, 9s and 10s. And we played them all, and guess what? 6s at best. Especially Last of Us 2. Spider-Man, I played it. That was horrible. God of War, one of the worst games I've ever played in my entire life. Seriously. Horizon, forget about it. Terrible games. If these were the top games, if these were the Nintendo mascots, Nintendo will be out of here. They'll be down. They'll be doomed. If these were the top Xbox games, Xbox would be out of here. They'll be doomed. Microsoft will be done. The Last of Us Part 2 did 4 million. Let's get on that real quick. That's its highest. That's PlayStation's highest and fastest sold game of all time on the PlayStation brand. It was touted to be one of the greatest video games of all time. It was supposed to be the game of the generation. It was supposed to, when it launches, is going to defeat Zelda Breath of the Wild as the game of the generation. It's going to be the greatest sequel known to man. It was supposed to be the greatest and the greatest and the greatest and the greatest and the greatest. And it only did 4 million at launch compared to Pokemon Legends of Arceus, 6.5 million. Yes, it had a lot of things in its way, but I don't think it was any of our fault. I think it was more of the game's fault and Naughty Dog's fault and the way that Naughty Dog was treating their employees. Not only that, Naughty Dogs were treating the gamers. So I think it probably took 1 million or so, or a lot of money up off of the thing. But still, shoulda, woulda, coulda. This is what it is. Sony should have did a better job of not leaking their information. But thankfully, the information was leaked, because I've never seen something more demonic in my entire life when it pertains to a video. And I've never seen anything in my entire life more demonic than I have seen on The Last of Us 2, the things that I've seen in that game. The things were so demonic. Sony would ban Japanese games, are currently banning Japanese games just because there's a girl dancing. Hey, what's up? You know, like a little Japanese girl's dancing. Hey, and Sony would ban that. But they had sexual scenes with non-binary creatures. You didn't even know what the hell that was. It's like, is that a man or a woman? What is going on? And how are they showing this? I had no problem with that. I had no problem with you showing off some type of sexual scene with a Baphomet-like creature. No. But like a little Japanese going, you know, you know. But yeah, The Last of Us did 4 million. That it's touted as its highest rated. Do I think Horizon Forbidden West is going to reach 4 million? I don't think so. Not many. Last of Us 2 had a lot going for it. Last of Us 2 had a lot going for it because of The Last of Us 1. A lot of people thought that game was so great. I didn't. You know, there was a lot of work going for The Last of Us that I think in comparison to Horizon, I'm not really. I'm surprised that the game is coming out in a week. To be honest with you, it feels like it needs more time. I'm expecting major glitches as well. For some strange reason, a lot of the Sony games since The Last of Us 2, well, ever since Jim Ryan got on board, they have been extremely glitch-ridden. All types of major issues from Ratchet & Clank, Returnal, Spider-Man Miles Morales. And I'm expecting that here as well, because I believe this will be a rushed product that's not ready to be consumed by the masses. Oh, and the Ghost of Tsushima director's cut had major glitches as well. Yeah. But check this out. I thought this was an interesting article, because we might not even get the sales numbers, because I also noticed that when the numbers aren't up to par, Sony won't even put the freaking numbers out. So I'm wondering if they'll even put out Horizon Forbidden West numbers. They'll just forget about it if the numbers don't do extremely well, especially if it doesn't surpass 6.5 million. 3 million, 4 million, 5 million is just unacceptable now. It's unacceptable. But check this out. It has been over a year, and of the lack of a sales update is extremely telling. As you guys all know, The Last of Us 2 launched June 19th last year. The only time Sony shared sales numbers about the game was 4 million copies in 3 days figure. Ooh. Oh my God. Did this game do this game? Did this game might have been one of the biggest unmitigated flops of all time. We haven't got sales numbers in over 2 years, guys. Since then, zilch, zeros, nada. Comparatively, Sony's Sucker Punch has given 3 sales updates of Ghost of Tsushima, demonstrating its consistent growth. Yeah, I remember they came out and they were touting that they did 8 million units. Remember? And they had the memes of the guy shaking the fox around. They had memes of the guys from Ghost of Tsushima dancing and kind of taunting the competition. And then right after that, the creators of Siphon Filter and Days Gone came out and said, hey, Sony told us that we failed because we did 8 million. We did 8 million faster than Ghost of Tsushima, and the gaming media was trying to tout that Ghost of Tsushima was a new IP, and this is very impressive for a new IP. And the Days Gone creators came out and said, hey, we did it faster than that, and y'all didn't do that for us. You weren't creating articles for us saying how impressive it was that we did 8 million in a faster amount of time with a brand new IP. Yeah, but it's been 2 years since those first 3 days, and Sony hasn't put out any numbers when it pertains to The Last of Us. Why is that? I'm telling you, we have the power. We did it. We did it, guys. We're the reason why they won't show those numbers. We're the reasons. This is the reason why there's a war on gamers. Did you ever notice that? I'm pretty sure you know now, but if you've been watching this channel, I've been telling you guys, the war on gamers is on. They really, 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 really wanted The Last of Us 2 to be the game of the generation to really, yeah. And we came in and we did the rock bottom to The Last of Us 2, did we not? Boom! To the point where Sony is so scared. They're shook. They're shook to show the numbers. But did Jim Ryan go into the Naughty Dog offices and started wagging his finger and telling them this isn't good enough, this is unacceptable? No. Sony only felt that type of confidence and that type of toxicity when it pertains to the older developers that have been there since the beginning, the ones that they didn't pay for, the ones that sculpted and molded the PlayStation brand. No, he felt confidence to do that to them. But when it came to the mediocre studios that they purchased from Sucker Punch, did they buy Sucker Punch? Who cares? Insomni crap. Guerrilla Games. Naughty Dog. When it comes to those developers, no. Sony and Microsoft have habits of only sharing sales numbers if they are good. That is all fine and dandy when things are going well. However, on the flip side, when they are absolutely silent about a product sale, something is definitely fishy. Fast forward to June 19th of this year, and Sony and Naughty Dog remained extremely silent about The Last of Us 2 sales. Neil Druckmann made a statement about the game's first anniversary, but no sales updates. Yeah. This was in stark contrast to Nate Fox's statement on the PlayStation blog, where he revealed Ghost of Tsushima's latest sales figures, even though the main topic was about the movie adaptation. Wow. Not only that, not only were the sales poor, not only see the one thing is that they want to go around and they want to say that the Last of Us 2 is Sony's highest, fastest selling, 4 million in 3 days, yada yada yada, which is pathetic. Pokemon did that in 6.5 million. But nobody wants to talk about how also The Last of Us 2 was the fastest traded in game of all time. That's true. The Last of Us 2 is the fastest traded in game ever. The number of trade-ins and returns of the game is so big that they are now refusing to trade. They're refusing trade for The Last of Us 2. People were bringing in The Last of Us 2 so fast that people started refusing. Stores all over the world were refusing trade-ins. Look at this. This place is cluttered with Last of Us 2 boxes. They got so many damn Last of Us 2 boxes, you can build some type of pyramid out of that bad boy. Look at that. This was supposed to be the game of the generation, 9s and 10s. Game of the year. Neil Druckmann is the greatest of all time. Remember that? And people traded in these games in bulk. Dear customers, in light of recent events, we've had to change a few things. We will be temporarily suspending game trade-ins until further notice. We apologize for the inconvenience. Dear God. This is a pattern with Sony, man. This is a pattern with the gaming media. And I feel like this same pattern is going to plague Horizon Forbidden West. I heard there was all types of agendas and things that were going to be in this game, but they're keeping it extremely security type lip when it pertains to this game. They want to get you guys to get the game first, and then you get to experience it. Then we're going to be seeing all the most toxic and frivolous things. Probably we won't, because Sony fanboys don't seem to point these things out. We might need somebody from the inside of the revolution that we have going on right now to take the sacrifice and play the game so that we can see what's going on between the little nooks and crannies of this game. Do I have a problem when it pertains to the LGBT community? No, not at all. Do I have a problem with the agenda? Of course. Of course. Do I want to see pro-LGBT agendas in a futuristic dinosaur things of that such? And no, I don't want to see that in a type of game. I just want to play my game. I don't want to see all these crazy agendas that they're trying to force upon me, the people, my family, the children. I don't want to see that. People just want to play video games. That's the reason why Pokemon as an ARCEAUS did 6.5 million. This is the reason why Call of Duty is the #1 selling game on the PlayStation. People just want to play games, man. We don't want agendas. Yeah, and this trade-in thing right here is still going on. I went to go trade in my copy of The Last of Us 2. No lie. No, seriously, it's not a lie. I went to go trade it in. They wouldn't take it. No. Sorry, we're not taking any trade-ins for that game. Yeah, they refused me. We currently have too many copies. We can't get rid of them. We just had to sell last week for $9.99. Nobody would come and get it. We're going to have to go lower than that. I came in there and, I play my games on the go, my Nintendo Switch on the go and stuff like that. So I came in there and I had my Pokemon Legends of Arceus in my pocket. And he said, hey, what's that right there? And I said, huh? Oh, this Pokemon Legends. We'll take that. We'll take it. They were willing to give me more than the trade-in offer just because right now you can't even find the damn Pokemon Legends of Arceus. It's just sold out everywhere. It exceeded Nintendo's plans I know people that are currently buying the game on Amazon. You're not going to get the game until March. That's when they start reprinting copies again. Yeah, the guy, he was willing to give me $90 for my Pokemon Legends of Arceus. No lie. I said, nah, I'm gonna keep this, brother. I love my. He's like, let me just get the case then. Let me get the case. You can keep the game. Let me get. Yeah. He was willing to take anything. Oh boy, even when Sony succeeds, it fails. The fastest selling. Show us those numbers, Sony. I did a poll. Wanted to get the people involved. Oh, the people. I love the people. They're so important, man. The people, the gamers are more important than anything, more important than the gaming media, more important than these little YouTube channels, more important than the games, more important, because without the gamers, we ain't nothing, man. This gaming community ain't nothing without the gamers, you know? Will for Horizon Forbidden West do 6.5 million in one leak like Pokemon Legends of Arceus? And then resounding, absolutely not. Somebody actually voted for it's actually going to sell more. Oh boy, the Sony fanboys are the gift that just keeps on giving, don't they? Frog Boy says, sadly, PlayStation fanboys don't buy games. They are too busy playing Twitter and YouTube. King Sharik Rogers. The real question is, will it actually perform at the top tier exclusive? Wait a minute. The real question is, will it actually perform as the top tier exclusive with fun quality gameplay, with its own player base, audience that knows what to expect from this title? Well, first of all, that's not the real question. You didn't even ask a question here. The real question is, I'm asking, this is the real question, is Horizon Zero Dawn going to surpass 6.5 million in a week? If not, then Sony's finished. The gamers are there. The gamers are deliberately refusing to buy this game. See, it's just nothing against King Sharik or Rogers, nothing against this guy, but this is the narrative that tends to happen as we get closer and closer to the launch of PlayStation exclusives. When these games are announced, it's like, oh my God, this is going to totally destroy Xbox, man. Horizon Forbidden West for the PlayStation 5 is going to destroy the Xbox, man. Oh my God, Xbox is finished. Look at this, Horizon. Oh my God, look at the underwater physics. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, like, yeah, first it starts off like, oh my God, we're going to destroy Xbox, right? Then all of a sudden the narrative starts to change as we get closer and closer to the launch. Then it goes, oh man, you just hating, man. You just a hater, dude. Man, you hating your job, turkey, right? And then all of a sudden things aren't really looking good at all, right? Then we get to about a week away from the launch, all of a sudden, hey man, at the end of the day, all that matters is that it caters to the fan base. Nothing against Mr. King. At the end of the day, as long as there's people out there that like it, that's all that matters. No, it doesn't, because you guys told me that we had to get rid of Japan Studios. As much as I and millions of people all over the world love Japan Studios, I was told that it wasn't sustainable, so it had to go. And I'm saying the same thing for you guys, even though you're not buying it. Horizon Forbidden West is not going to be sustainable if it doesn't do 6.5 in 1 week. It has to do that. Halo is doing 20 million active users in a matter of weeks. There's a fan base out there for games. Pokemon is doing 6.5 in less than a week. There's a fan base out there for games. Now, when the fan base is not lining up to go up and pick up those PlayStation exclusives, then these games aren't sustainable. We need to work on a way to get people out there supporting and buying games. We got to remember, Pokemon has a long history of success compared to Horizon Forbidden West. But listen, that has nothing to do with nothing. It has nothing to do with the T in China. Nothing. It's not our fault because PlayStation didn't create a foundation with their games and their exclusives. It's not my fault. It's not Pokemon's fault. PlayStation could have that Pokemon type game that can sell an astronomical amount of numbers, but they didn't stick with the game long enough. Now we're going back to the Horizon series. Hasn't been out long enough. Yeah, it's been out long enough to do good. Splatoon has been out for shorter than Horizon and doing better numbers than that. That's bullcrap, man. That's 100% bullcrap. PS4 has over 100 million units in the hands of gamers, yet their first-party games struggle to reach 10 million. This is embarrassing. Nintendo also have over 100 million, and their games sell 10 million easy. That is a customer base. I think it does well above 10 million, but you're right. Easy to cook the numbers. Interesting. You think Sony's going to go out there and buy their own games like they did Horizon, like Spider-Man Miles Morales? We'll see. It depends on how much Sony cares about the studios. Horizon West will do 3,000 at best. It's a game for kids. Oh, that's funny. Pokemon is a game for kids. That's the reason why it sold so many copies. Maybe PlayStation should focus on making games for kids so we can get these games moving. Except for focusing their games on the LGBT community, Black Lives Matter, feminists, and things of that such. Why don't they start making their games for kids? What doesn't PlayStation have games for kids? Little Big Planet and Ratchet and Clank? Those games aren't selling. Do kids games just automatically mean a sell? Because if we look at Ratchet and Clank and Little Big Planet, that's not true. Nightwing says, heck no. Yeah. If it's $10. Hell no. No PC port. So no. No, if it had a PC port, still wouldn't do 6.5 in a million. 6.5 million in a week. No, absolutely not. Go look at the sales of Horizon Forbidden West with the PC. I think it only did a couple thousand. God of War only did like 1 million. Come on, stop, PC guys. I don't even think are even 6 million PlayStation 5 sold yet. Well, Horizon Forbidden West is on the PlayStation 4 as well. What is going on with the gaming community? These guys, they're never up to date on what's going on. They love video games, allegedly. They don't have a clue on what the hell is going on. This game is on the PlayStation 4 as well. What the hell? And there are 6.6 million PlayStation 5 sold. I think they just said 17 million. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start doing videos, matching them up with the polls, doing a poll on what the video is going to be. And then we're going to get the reaction from the people. Like I said, if Horizon Forbidden West does not do 6.5 million, it is over. I'm sorry. Nobody wants these games. And it's not just Horizon Forbidden West. It has to be God of War. It has to be Horizon. It has to be Spider-Man. It has to be. If not, it's time to jump ship because this is way too expensive. Sony is $2 trillion in debt. Not only that, they lost over $25 million after the Activision and Blizzard deal. We don't have enough money. They're wasting money on mediocre developers like Housemarque, Bluepoint, Bungie. They don't have the money, man. They've blown it all. They're making a new virtual reality headset, and the first one didn't even sell. We don't have to. This is not sustainable. I'm sorry.